Hello, friends. So today I'm going to be talking about the 1 minute drill that we just did earlier this week. And I had mentioned in the drill why it doesn't work for you to practice like this with your snake arms. Okay? So this is what you do. Check this out. You do this with your snake arms, and you're like, how come I can't fix it? How come it's still wrong? How come it doesn't look like yours, right? Like something happens with your arms, but you're still trying to do this with it, right? You're still trying to navigate how to fix it as you're doing it like this, right? But what I want to tell you why this doesn't work is because all you're doing is every time you do this, what you're reiterating is doing this and more of this. And your thought about that is like, why isn't this working? What am I doing wrong? I can't get it. This isn't working. And then you're frustrated, you're disappointed, like you want to give up, right? That feeling of like resignation or even pessimism starts to kick in of like, I just won't be able to belly dance. I can't get this move, right? It all just starts to kick in all at once. And that's not just going to work, right? If you really want to learn belly dancing, that's just not in alignment with your goal. So let me tell you what does work. Slowing down, being intentional behind the movement, and letting your brain catch up to do the movement, right? When I teach my students how to do this, they're able to clean up their technique really fucking fast, really fast. I love my beginners class because the transformation within beginners is outrageous because of the way that we are slowing down, doing intentional work, and letting our brains catch up. So this is how I do it, right? I just fit within that realm. And I tell them, one, you got to know what you're doing, knowing what you're looking for, right? I know I want it to look like this, and I know I do not want it to look like this. So if your snake arm is looking more like this versus like this, you know something's off. And what you want it to do is look like this. But you're going so fast that you can't get it, right? You can't adjust it. So what you're going to do is you're going to slow it down, making sure that all the parts of what you want it to look like are there, right? Moving through, knowing that the elbow is going to lead the wrist and the wrist leads the fingertip until I come back in the other direction. And when you know exactly what you're looking for, then you can start to create that look by eliminating everything that is not this, right? And then being an intentional, right? Slowing it down is what allows you to be intentional about it. And then the last part of it, which is like really knowing how to let your brain catch up, is that if you go like this at one point, because you're going slow and because you're going intentionally, your brain now knows my fingertips are leading, but my fingertips don't ever lead when I'm doing this. So it always has to be a reaction to the wrist. And my brain caught up and I adjusted in the middle of the movement in order to get it. The other problem I see is that you all try and do this, 2 arms at once, but the proficiency isn't going to be there if you don't give yourself a chance to settle into the learning process and take it step by step. I teach my students this all the time. They take it step by step, small dosages, digestible chunks, and they do it slowly and repeat the fuck out of it over and over again, because that is how you are truly going to get it, right? So when you're looking at like, ooh, how come I'm not getting it? Or you notice this is happening. When you slow down, you're intentional about the work and you allow your brain to catch up, you're going to get it way fucking faster because it is extremely effective, right? So instead of doing this and wondering why it's not working, you settle down, you eliminate one arm, and you go to town with the tempo and knowing what to look for, and then allowing your brain to adjust as you do it, right? So I'm teaching them this all the time because this is what I hear from you is that I can't get it. I'm frustrated. I want to give up. It should have happened already. Why isn't it working? Like all of this stuff. And then you want to stop dancing. So what I want to offer to you is don't stop dancing. It's because of the way you're applying how to learn belly dancing. My process is simple and it's doable and it's step by step, and you don't get overwhelmed because it is extremely effective and it's little chunk by little chunk. Okay? So when you're thinking about how to really start to bring your stuff together, think about how can I slow this down? How can I make it super intentional? And how can I allow my brain to catch up? Okay? So if you have any questions about this, chat in the comment below. I want to talk to you about it because it's amazing when you actually follow this process. Your results will be ridiculous. You're going to reach your goals like this, right? And like join my membership. It's the fastest way for you to get support, be in that structure, be with everyone else who's following within that structure, and reach your goals much more quickly. All right? Sign up today. Let me coach you. Let me give you the feedback that you're looking for so you don't go back to, I can't get it. So you don't go back to that frustration, because your new way that you're going to be approaching is, I got this. This is easy. Oh my gosh, that's all I have to do? Yes, that is. Okay? Reach out to me. I'm enrolling members now, and I want you to be in the structure that supports you in getting what you want, because that is what you're looking for. All right. I'll talk to you all later.